Another beautiful day out of the paddock. A few days after Christmas, and this morning I'm here to Maiden this little Eachine Blackwing. It's not a new type of plane, not a new design at all. It's probably been out on the market for about 5 years, but I spotted it on sale and thought, why not? I had all of the parts, the old motor from Hobby King, and some spare servos, and I had a spare air unit as well, so I thought, why not? New little toy for Christmas. I've put a H743W Lite Maytech flight controller in there, full-size air unit, so that I can do the recording on board of the HD footage. Not that it's very good. So hopefully everything is good to go. It only just fits in skinny batteries because of the shape of the hatch. See how it's got only a cavity at the back but not at the front. You could try and cut that out, but for now I'm just going to use my skinny 4S 1000 milliamp batteries and see how that goes. Oh, super loud buzzer. Jeez. A little bit nose heavy. Probably a bit heavier than I'd like it, so I'll just pull it back a bit. That's better. It's just on the forward edge of the little nubs underneath for CG. It's just at the front of those, so it's still a touch nose heavy, but that's good for Maiden. Make sure the surfaces are moving. Yes. Up and down. Yes. Alright, I've also got the air unit's power on a switch, so I'll turn that on now and plug my goggles in to make sure everything is good. Yep, we're up and running. Unfortunately, this air unit's OSD has died, so I've got the radio that's going to call out some of the telemetry information as I fly. Alright, I guess we're set to Maiden. So I'm going to launch mode, return to home, arm it. Those are the beeps we want, and a bit of throttle for when it's done. Now I haven't quite thought through how I'm going to throw this yet, so I think I'm just going to take the chance and use the grips that are supplied. Oh, I'm a bit nervous being so close to that prop. I might try a wing throw. Phew! It's away. Alright, second stage ITH has kicked in and it's turning beautifully. Ah, beautiful. It's so still this morning that everything's looking great. Whoops. I've just managed to turn the my video recording off. Oh, and it's back. Start recording again. Trouble with not quite having enough switches to assign for things. You start combining functions onto one switch, and that's when things can go wrong. Alright, I've got video back. It's loitering, actually flying really well. This is also my first time flying INAV 6 Feature Preview 1. It hasn't been auto-tuned or anything, but let's see how we go. I'll go to angle mode first and leave the sticks alone, just to let it have a fly. Yeah, 59 k's an hour for 2.9 amps. That's pretty darn good. Back to acro mode. can have a quick peek at my screen. ELRS is good, 50 milliwatts, 2.9 amps. Wow, that's crazy. Cruising at almost 60 k's an hour at 2.9 amps. Cruise mode. I'll tell you what, for a little wing, I know it's really calm, but for a little wing this thing is flying so steady. "60 k's an hour at 3.1 amps. And my throttle is somewhere around 45%. I'll turn off those voice calls. The radio will also call out once I start getting down to low voltage, so I don't forget to come in and land. Alright, back into acro. Let's have a bit of fun. Let's just test out some of the basics, roll rate and so on. Yeah, a little slow. I might go to manual mode and check it again. Okay, so roll rate's about that. Bit of a wobble to it coming out. Yeah, that's not bad. Let's try pitch. Yep, pretty quick on the pitch axis. Alright, I might see if I can get a speed reading at full throttle as well. Back in acro mode. Alright, so that got to 127 kilometers per hour. And this is only a little 2150 kV motor that I've had in the box for a while, so certainly not a high power or high amp motor. I think it's only rated for 18 amp max, and that's only for short bursts, so suited what I wanted to do with this plane quite well. Alright, a little bit of a yaw wobble every now and then, but it's actually not doing the pitch wobbles that I'm used to seeing from a small flying wing, which I'm pretty happy about, because the pitch wobbles are the thing that stop me flying wings most of the time. Coming fast. Find that fence line and come back. Here it is. Here's the fence. Alright. Not a pass. .7 volts. Okay, I've only got a couple of minutes left. I'm not going to do an auto tune on this until the last battery, just in case it screws up. That way at least I only get the auto tune settings on the last flight, and I can take it home and change the configuration if I need to. Beautiful day, so clear. Alright, so if I'm cruising at, say, 3.5 amps, which is about 60 to 65 k's an hour, battery should last for about 15 minutes. It won't this time because I had that high-speed run, but yeah, pretty happy with that. Alright, I'll bring it into land. A few rocks out this side near the fence, so I'll just take it a bit wide. See if I can bring it nice and close. I haven't balanced this prop, it's showing when I've dropped the throttle. Not sure if this thing falls out of the air once it slows down. That'll do. This time, stop the recording. Power the camera off. Alright, successful Maiden. Hatch is still on. ELRS receiver antenna is still on. That tape could peel off once it heats up though. Successful Maiden of the little Eachine Blackwing. Woohoo! Alright, try this launch again. Do it the same way, I think. Seemed to work. Alright, looks all good to me. Into manual. Okay, powering off. Go into dive, let go of the sticks. Very neutral. Alright, so CG there is probably pretty good. Didn't start to pull up, which would indicate it snows heavy. So I'll keep balancing it where it is, I think. These gaps seem so much bigger when you know you're flying a tiny little plane. And you're going a lot slower than usual. Video's a bit flaky, but I can still make things out. Ooh, almost hit a branch and a bird. Oh, it's tempting. Here we go. Hey! Little plane. I could get myself in trouble with this thing. Let's try not to get stuck in a tree on its Maiden today. A lot of construction happening around here. Looks like they've cleared the space for another big apartment block. Maybe retail precinct as well. And there's a cinema going in where the crane is straight ahead. Yeah, this thing's flying pretty well. I was expecting much worse than this for a small wing. It is still really calm, but still I'm not seeing some of those tendencies of a small wing, which is great. I can hear it from here. It is quite a buzzy little motor. The ELRS is only on 50 milliwatts. It's pretty good. Well, it's quite nice on cruise mode. It's nice and steady. Nice gradual turns. Just using the yaw stick. Back into acro. There's a kangaroo next to me. Did you see that? I'll see if I can spot it. There it is. Where'd he go? That's funny, he was right next to me. Yeah, I'd be in the shade too if I could. It's warming up. It's going to get to 32 degrees today, which is why I'm out here early. And before the wind picks up. I think 4S is a good match for this little motor. 3S probably would have just felt a bit lethargic. Alright, I'm just going to do a quick stall test. Ended up having enough battery. The power's off. I'm just going to let the plane sit with no fingers on the sticks. Because it's slightly nose heavy, it's probably just going to keep gliding. This thing doesn't weigh much, it's only 440 grams or something with the battery, so yeah, it's just gliding. There it is. Let me pull up. Pulling up. No, it just noses back down. Doesn't want to stall. That's great. Sure, it'd be a different story if the CG was any further back, but I quite like it where it is. That gives me a bit of confidence to slow it right down for landings too, which is good. 14.5 volts. Nearly time to bring it in. .4, there it is. That's the radio calling it out once it gets there for me. That's not where I'm sitting. Try again. There's the fence. There it is. Alright, let's see if I can idle it in. Alright, we're good. Disarm. Video off. Alright, launch number 3. So going to Auto-Tune. So let's roll it. Alright, I'm feeling pretty free on the roll. Do a bit of height and do the pitch as well. Up and down, up and down. Pitch is definitely feeling sluggish now. You tend to find Auto-Tune does that in INAV. Makes the pitch really slow. Alright, that'll have to do. I'll see how that pans out. I'll have to remember to record, to save the settings when I land though. I always forget. Roll is definitely a bit more sluggish. Or it's just changed the rates on me, I think. Yeah, feed forward might still be there. Yeah, overall rate's still okay. A little bit slower, but yeah, it's feeling okay. Not quite as snappy off the middle of the stick as I had it before, but probably is good for cruising around. Alright, let's have a bit of fun, see how it feels with bit more spirited flying. Oh, it just went into failsafe. I think it's in return to home at the moment. Yep, I've got it back. Huh, interesting. Actually had a failsafe with the ELRS. That's my first one. I'm getting telemetry loss, telemetry recovered warnings quite often now. I'll have to test the match between the receiver and transmitter, I think, because I haven't had this on the Matek ones. This is a no-name that I got off the usual Chinese websites. Could be one of those Gemco ones or whatever that people say are terrible. It uses the Happy Model firmware, so I figured it was just a clone. Yeah, I'm still getting those telemetry lost and recovered warnings now. Alright, well, 3 successful flights for the Maiden, or this little Blackwing. Pretty happy with that. Launches were pretty uneventful. Not the most powerful motor I've got on here, but at least it's keeping the current nice and low. Oops. Sideways landing. All good. Hey, that time the Air Unit kept recording the whole time. That's cool. Stop recording, stop video, and disarm. Now, I've got to remember to save the settings, which I think INAV is 6 out. I heard a beep. Hopefully that did it. Hello, plane. Oh, there it is. Yeah, see, I've got the receiver sitting just outside, so it's probably heating up in the sun. That'll do for this video. Cheers.